If you were looking for a challenge and something easy to transport, carry around in your pocket, get one of these little guys. This is the Abus 7240 for a 40 millimeter in diameter. There's no other marking on it. This one is made in Germany. Really cool little lock. I think they're designed, they come in a variety of colors, and I think they were intended for like lockers for kids at school. It's a 6-pin lock. There's the bidding on it. Again, kind of unusual. It's a pretty large number of security pins for such a cheap aluminum bodied lock. These are really only about, I think, 14 bucks each. And I got several different colors. We'll be picking them later. Anyway, as I said, oh here, let me make sure this thing does work perfectly. Something I should point out now is that if you look at the key, it's offset from the center just a little bit. And I don't know why that is. So when we get a false set, it might even look normal. So be looking for that, kind of expect it, and it's going to be a little bit of a strange angle that you have to hold it at. As I said, these are brand new. I bought a bunch of them. Works perfectly, non-key retaining. Lock it up, and let's get to picking it. A couple considerations. This is the real small keyway. I think you've seen these before. Both of my subscribers might notice that this is the Y11 keyway. It's like the Y1, except maybe 3/4 scale. Usually I go top of the keyway, but on this one I've taken a tension wrench and I filed it down just to give everybody a couple of extra options. We're going to go bottom of the keyway here, and on this lock we really don't lose a lot because there's 6 pins. We're going to have to be going kind of deep inside of the keyway. We're going to have to go in sideways and kind of attack around the corner. So at least initially we're going to find out where the binding pins are. We're going to get our fault set. And then once we get them set, maybe then we'll have enough room to work in the traditional manner straight down the keyway like that. So let's get started, shall we? These cores on this one, by the way, are removable. And when we get done, I've never done it, but we'll take a core out and we'll get an idea of what's inside of there. Okay, like all high security locks, and even though this is small and I guess intended for kids' lockers, I'm going to call this a high security lock because it's got high security pins in it. It's an Abus, and I wouldn't expect anything less. Okay, we're still trying to get that fault set. Sometimes picking a lock, that's the hardest part. Figuring out where it is. I'm just moving down the stack, trying each pin around the corner and then releasing my tension. Hopefully it won't be a combination of pins, it'll be just one that will give us what we're looking for. Okay, it didn't work going from the side, so now I'm just going to go straight down the middle, starting with pin 1 because it's kind of crowded in there, and just see what happens. Okay, we got nothing on 1, nothing on 2, nothing on 3. 3 doesn't want to go in very well. I think I might have crowded things out a little too much there. I may not have that option. Now you see what I'm saying. This can keep you busy all day. There we go. We got a fault set. Looked like it was 2 pins that required. We're no longer up at a weird angle. It didn't drop much. 6 pins, there's not going to be a lot of leeway there. Okay, now we're going to go in just like the hard part's done. I'm going to try to hold this sideways so you can all see. And since it looked like it was a combination of pin 1 and pin 3 that gave us our fault set, I'm just going to start searching from the front here and see what happens. Okay, I've reached a low pin. I know I got to go from the side again. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of pins are in here, because they are acting pretty funny. Maybe just the small size, or they may be a combination of mushrooms with beveled edges, which wouldn't surprise me a bit in Abus. I mean, I think at Abus they got a job description called security pin engineer. He stays up late at night figuring out ways to screw with us. I've got a pretty good fault set going. But unfortunately, can't really find the next pin. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of feedback, but I don't know if that's just because of I'm at the wrong angle and it's giving me a sense of rotation, and I don't have guts enough to pop that pin. Let's keep looking. We can always come back to him. But if we pop him, then we're screwed if he's the wrong one. I'm glad we did that. Pin 5 or 6. I think it's pin 6. Bam, there he is. Okay, I'm glad we waited. Sometimes it pays. Once you commit, man, you're hosed if it's wrong. Especially on Avis. Because you don't pick these pins just once. You're going to visit them time and time again. That's the job of the engineer, of the Avis security pin engineer, to make sure that happens. Okay, pin 4. Got a little rotation. And I don't know if he went in or not. Try him again. Okay, looks like pin 1. Okay, we got a good false set going. That was a good feeling. Okay, I've been through the stacks twice. So what I'm going to do, both of my subscribers have seen this before. I'm just going to kind of loosen up a little bit of my tension and just jiggle. If there's something not quite set, it will either set it or unset it. Either of those things at this point would be good for us. Okay, now let's see if that helped us. If not, then we just got to make our best guess. We got to pick one that we think might be giving us feedback, and we just got to apply a little bit of force to him. Pin 3. Bam, open. Whew, man, I am drenched in sweat, guys. All right, let's break it open real quick. It's already got 7 minutes. I'll make this real quick. See what's inside of this thing. It breaks open just like a American lock, except it has a little, looks like a little, well, has a little adapter of some kind, but what we care about is this. And get all this junk out of the way. Man, that looks just like a master. Sure does. Let's break it open, and then we're going to do a quick experiment. If I can do this without resetting the lock, that would be good. Come on, man. Wow, these things are tough. That clip is on there. Get something other than my pick. I've broken enough picks in the traditional manner. Don't need to do it anymore. Ooh, that did not want to come off. Okay, let me take a look at this real quick. Pins are on that side, so we need... Oh, man. Let's get the HPC out. I hate using this hollow tube. I need to machine one, I know, but there we go. And damn it, even the HPC is too big. Okay, we're just going to wing it. Okay, so my pins are on that side. I'm going to pull them out, and then they're going to spring everywhere. Okay, there's the first one. Let me get my tweezers. First one is a spool. Actually be the last one, it'll be pin 6. And there's the spring. Let's hope. I'm covering this up so that we don't launch anything into the atmosphere. Okay, the next one is a spool. The next one is a spool. Next one is a spool. Next one is a spool. Get that spring out of there. And the last one is a regular pin. Right there we go. Okay, now let's look at the key pins. Number 6 Come on. Come on out of there, you devil. Here's a regular. These do not want to come out of there. Let's try it a different way. Let me get the key and jam the key in there. Maybe we can get them with the tweezers. Not going to be that easy. Okay, there's 5, regular. 4, 3, 2, all regular pins. So what we're dealing with, basically, let me zoom in on this just a little bit, are, sorry about this, guys. Not the greatest cameraman, I know. There we go. Alright, all the key pins are all normal pins. Nothing unusual about them like I suspected there would be. And then the rest of them are, we have one regular pin, which was in the first position. All the rest are just normal spools. So that's what we were working with, 6 of them. Now, one interesting I did want to look at, I was looking at this adapter. Let me unzoom here. I do want to experiment here just a little bit. This is the adapter that holds the core inside of the lock, like so. And that's how we took it out. I was looking at it, and it's very similar in dimensions to, and I don't have a loaded one here, but this is an American core, and it looks like it fits in there. So if I line everything up the way it's supposed to be, then drop it in there. Let me get up that, there's a spring in there. Drop it in, you'll notice that it fits, and I could put the screw in. I'm just going to hold it with my finger. And the question is, does it unlock the lock? So let's find out. I'm going to lock it, and then I'm going to take a blank key because it's an uncombinated lock. And bam, it does work. So if you don't like the ABUS core, or if you need a new good training lock, this might be a good option. You can replace this core as much as you want with any American core. Anyway, guys, thanks for your time. If you have a chance, pick one of these up. They're cheap. Great training opportunity. Thanks for your time. Stay safe and stay legal.